Hi everybody, welcome back. So I just want to touch on recovery time for a 200 mile race, and this is really going to be based around my own experience this year, more so than the golden rule. So this is the second 200 mile race that I done this year. Difference in the first year was took me 100 hours 3 minutes. This year it took 78. This year I hadn't got an injury, and if you go back a few videos you'll probably see my recovery in the immediate kind of 10 days after the race. I think I was running again 10 days after the race, but I knew at that point that I wouldn't be fully recovered. And I just want to talk through kind of the next few months. So what had we? Middle of February the race was over. We're now at the end of July, so pretty much 5 months after the race. How the body's feeling, how the body's doing. And I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. My initial plan the week after the race was to book in to do another 200 miler in June, which was cancelled due to the coronavirus, and that has left this year's kind of training very, very strange, very weird. So because I had no races to do, I thought I would focus on my weak point.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this and you haven't hit the subscribe button, what is wrong with you? Help the channel out and hit the subscribe button. Back to the video.
Which is kind of pace, quick pace. After that kind of March, I give myself 6 weeks of kind of easy running, just running when I felt like it, a little bit of recovery, and then I jumped straight into kind of running shorter distances at work, 5, 10k, but pretty much concentrating on time and pace. And I felt really good, I felt really strong. My times were coming down. My 5k time was getting close to the 20k, which is good for me. And I was running with a group of guys that pushed my pace and pushed my effort a lot, but the mistake I did make, and I knew it at the time, I could see it at the time, I wasn't totally 100% recovered. I had kind of still some slight knee pain. I had some still kind of glute pain, and obviously it's different whenever you're in that position as to talking to other people who you're coaching, and that you always do the right thing. I thought I was kind of doing the right thing by pushing on, doing my tempo sessions, doing the odd light run in between it, the easy run in between it. But it turns out that just because you run 200 miles, 220 mile races, doesn't mean you're invincible. After probably about 6 weeks of the tempo stuff, so probably May time, April, into April, into May, I started to pick up some calf injuries, some knee injuries, pelvis alignment started to go out of whack. Just pretty much the body's way of saying, Glenn, you've done too much too soon. So I believe I've missed out on 2 opportunities. One, if the Rational South race had went ahead in June and I had been continuing to train for that, I would have fallen straight back into the 200 mile training easy mode, and that would have given me the experience of training for that within 5 months, which would have helped whenever I intentionally do the Triple Crown next year. So I've missed that experience, but I've also pushed on, and due to the fact that there was no longer races and no shorter races kind of penciled in with the coronavirus, I have just went and done what I thought was right at the time. Enjoyed running, enjoyed the tempo, but obviously the body just hadn't enough time to recover, hadn't enough time to repair, and decided to say no, enough's enough. So it's left the last kind of 8 weeks since May very frustrating that I think I'm over an injury, something else pops up and you'll see that's I'm back to taking it easy now, very much because I know that I've been for massage, I have been for kind of some deep needling on the calves, I have been to all them things that try to help me recover, doing my stretches, doing lots of other things, but the body's just taking time to react and to recover till it. Now, is it the fact that I went quicker this year than the previous year by 200 or by 22 hours? Did it take more out of the body going faster even though I hadn't the injury? Or is it just the thing that the tempo after it was too soon too quick? I'm pretty sure it was just the tempo after it, too soon too quick. Or it had maybe something to do with the fact of the last 2 years training for both the races. I had clocked up over 7,500 kilometres, which is a lot of running, I suppose. So maybe it's just a combination of everything and the body just going, nope, it's not quite ready. So getting back to how long does it actually take to recover from a 200 miler? Look, I honestly believe it comes down to a couple of key things. One, your diet, which I believe I've got right. I'm good at eating, good at I usually recover very quick, so that's not so much, I don't put it down to that. I do put it down to what you do in the next kind of 3 months after the race. I certainly took that 6 weeks off, didn't do much, started running 10 days after the race, but wasn't doing anything serious or anything structured for the first 6 weeks, and then obviously adding the tempo to it. That, the combination of the 2 years worth of running leading into the race, certainly had an impact. But I suppose the big thing and the thing I want to get you to take away from this video is just because you feel good after the race doesn't mean that your body's totally recovered or totally healed. And if you have any slight kind of injuries or concerns with the body at all, pay attention to them. Don't keep running, don't keep going through it just for the sake of it. Get them seen to and get it worked out, because chances are it's a leftover or a lag from the race. 350 k's is a long way. The training alone for the race over 1 year or 2 years is huge, so you have to take that all into account. Hindsight, it's very easy saying I shouldn't have been out running with the group of guys I was after the race, even though it was enjoyable, even though I was having fun. Yes, I knew there was tightness and stiffness in the calves and the quads, in all them things. Still, I knew it was still a leftover from the race, but I still continued and pushed on anyway. So just be sensible after the race, think about it, Am I glad I've done it the way I have? Yeah, I think I am, because now I know for next year and for the future and for those people that I help coaching that there is a longer recovery period. 2, it gives me a little bit of an insight not to do next year whenever I am aiming for the Triple Crown, and how to manage that recovery after one race leading into the next race. So I just want to share that experience with you guys, because these are obviously way brighter than me and won't make the same mistakes that I have. Hopefully you've got something from this video. If you have, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button if you're not already a member, and thanks for watching. To the next time.